Children of all ages are becoming more and more tech-savvy, and it's important to keep up with the latest trends to make sure that they have the best devices for their age group today. I'll be looking at the top 5 best tablet for kids that you can buy, and I'll actually be breaking down each of them, including some features and benefits, so you can see which of them might be the best choice for you based on you and your child's particular situation, as always. I'll include links to each of these down in the description below so you can check out any updated pricing and availability for any. You might also be interested in whether there are any special deals or discounts on any of these. I'll include them in that description as well. Let's go. At number 1 we have Amazon Fire HD 8 Kids Editions, Best Tablet for Kids. The Amazon Fire HD 8 Kids Edition is just the overall best tablet for kids you can buy. It has a great combination of features and benefits that make it a great option for your young children. Some of those have great options, including a rubber bumper that protects the tablet from being dropped. It also protects it from scratches as well, and if you do happen to damage it in any way, there's actually a 2-year no questions asked warranty, and with that great rubber case, it actually has a rough texture and slight give, which can help those tiny hands grip. It's a little better, and at any point you can also take off that case if you need to clean it, and you can put it back on with no trouble at all aside from being really sturdy and safe. It also has great technical features as well. Like it has a really long battery life, so if you're taking a long family vacation or if you just want to make sure that your child is entertained for hours on end, that battery life is going to last you a while, hitting at about 10 hours and 12 minutes. Also, for a smaller tablet, the speakers are actually decent. Although they are a little bit soft, this might be a positive to you as it doesn't have that heavy bass in case your child is playing a lot of music or something like that. Also, as far as the screen is concerned, it has an 8-inch, 1280 by 800 screen, and it's got relatively solid performance for the price point, so again, the Amazon Fire HD 8 Kids Edition is a great option. At No. 2 we have Amazon Fire HD 10 Kids Edition. If you have some older kids in the house, the next option is going to be the Amazon Fire HD 10 Kids Edition. This is a little bit of an upgrade from the HD 8, which is why it might be suited to some of those older, more mature kids in your household. It has an insane battery life of approximately 13 hours and 29 minutes. It also has a lot of great parental controls and a 2-year warranty, just like its predecessor. Obviously, as you might have guessed from the name, this one's a little bit bigger. It does have that 10-inch screen, which is also super bright and has decent color, which is a fantastic option if your child is interested in watching any great cartoons or kids shows. Also, if you have any budding photographers or artists in your family, there's also a great camera in this best tablet for kids that allows them to take some great selfie shots. This camera is 720p, so it's not full HD, but it's still decent quality. This can also be used for video chatting with your child, although it's not going to be the clearest picture available, and if you're not very technically minded, setting up a tablet can be a little bit overwhelming. This one actually comes preloaded with a ton of games and shows right off the bat. Anyway, you don't have to worry about adding too much additional content. A couple of things to note if you are interested in the Amazon Fire HD 10 Kids Edition. It is a little bit overloaded with Amazon content when you first purchase it, and it does have that camera quality that we mentioned. Otherwise, it's a great option. Number 3 is Apple iPad Air. Our next one is the Apple iPad Air. If you're an Apple family member, you know that Apple products are made to a really high standard, and the Apple iPad Air is no exception. One of the great things about it is that it's an Apple device, but it won't break the bank. It's actually half the price of the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, as usual with these Apple iPads. The screen is bright and colorful, and it's compatible with the iPad Pencil if you do have a child who's interested in drawing and creating art. If you're interested in teaching your kid about typing, you can also add the Apple Smart Keyboard, which is a great feature as well, but just to note, it will cost you $159 extra, so again, if you are interested in Apple products, the Apple iPad Air is a great option for kids because it's not coming in at a super high price point. iPad Pro does have that great display and a great battery life of 11 hours and 54 minutes. At number 4 we have iPad Pro. The iPad Pro has cool AR capability that allows your child to take a journey through a virtual world and bring creatures to life right on the family couch. It also supports the newest iPad Pencil, and that's a perfect companion due to its magnetic wireless charging and smooth flat-edge grip. For the gamer in your household, the iPad Pro actually has an amazing full-screen display and a great graphics card, so they can play some of the newest games right on their iPad. It also does have a fantastic battery life on top of that, but like I said, with the iPad Pro, it is a little bit more on the pricey side. It's also quite large at 12.9 inches, so this might not be the best option if you do have younger children. Another thing to note is that the entry model only has 64 gigabytes of storage, and that's going to fill up very fast, especially if you're downloading some of those games that we mentioned earlier. But overall, the iPad Pro is a great option if you're looking for one of the most powerful and best tablets for kids on the market that is truly packed with features. Lastly, we have Apple iPad. Our last one is the Apple iPad, and this is going to be the most affordable Apple tablet for all of you out there who are interested in getting Apple products now. If you're interested in Apple products, you probably already know this. But it does have a great lineup of apps for kids that has things like educational titles and augmented reality stuff like we mentioned before, and not only that, but it does have speedy performance, a solid battery life, and it does work with that Apple Pencil and smart keyboard like we mentioned earlier. But again, with this Apple iPad, you will be paying a bit extra to add the Apple Pencil and smart keyboard, and this specific design of iPad is starting to get a little aged. If you're interested in breaking into the Apple market, this is going to be the cheapest option available for you. Lastly, we have Apple iPad. Our last one is the Apple iPad, and this is going to be the most affordable Apple tablet for all of you out there who are interested in getting Apple products now. If you're interested in Apple products, you probably already know this, but it does have a great lineup of apps for kids that has things like educational titles and augmented reality stuff like we mentioned before, and not only that, but it does have speedy performance, a solid battery life, and it does work with that Apple Pencil and smart keyboard like we mentioned earlier. But again, with this Apple iPad, you will be paying a bit extra to add the Apple Pencil and smart keyboard, and this specific design of iPad is starting to get a little aged. If you're interested in breaking into the Apple market, this is going to be the cheapest option available for you.